So why do you think the book was so popular?
I think that there is this wave of domestic thrillers doing well because the idea of the underbelly of domestic life is tantalizing for people, and it feels close to home, it feels relatable. You can see yourself in these women. It's not a heightened reality, it's a very truthful reality. And so I think that that's a big draw for people. I think that there's universal traits that people understand in these characters, like addiction, insecurity, infidelity, voyeurism. I think that people can relate to either, they can see all of themselves in these women and men, or they can see certain aspects of themselves. When I read it, I could quickly see why it became the phenomenon that it did.
Mm-hmm. And you were talking about voyeurism.
Yeah.
Do you like to take a pic?
Do I like to?
Yeah, to, you know, observe other...
I do very much. I think that's, I probably don't, I'm not even aware that I'm doing it most of the time, but I think that's why I love this job, is that you can steal from everybody and anyone that you meet, and it's a job that allows for that. And I've always been very interested in people's inner workings. Mm-hmm. Always really enjoyed it.
And you probably know this better than I do, because even when you have like a strong, interesting female character, many times you're the only one,
sure.
Right? And here you have, you share the
sure.
screen and the action with other good female characters.
Yeah.
So how was that experience, and do you think things are getting better?
I think that there's a sort of slow burn effect going on. I don't think it's been a dramatic shift, but I do think we're heading in the right direction, simply from talking about it and women fighting for better roles, and we need to really embrace female screenwriters who ultimately will write female characters that aren't derivative of others we've seen, more sensitive to the idea of a fully rounded female character. So yeah, this film is unusual. It's a rarity, particularly in a mainstream film. Also for your characters, for your main protagonist to be a blackout drunk is very unusual. And that they're not necessarily likable, which is a word you hear a lot affiliated with women. And you never really hear that sort of desire in a man or a male character to be likable. Whereas I think for women, it's the concept of like likable equals bankable. And I hope that this film will put that to bed.
Sure. And at the same time, you have a male director. So, you know, how, because there's a lot of discussion about that too, but how do you think, you know, a male director can be a good director for a movie like this?
Well, I think, you know, Tate likes women a lot. He understands them. I think most of his close relationships are with women. And he likes complicated women, and he's not afraid of showing the darkness. He's seen it himself, he's experienced it himself, and so he was a good person for this film. And we had a very female-heavy crew as well, female first AD, female cinematographer, which was sort of integral to, I think, what Charlotta, the DP, brought to the film is a whole nother character.
Mm-hmm. And just to wrap it up, did you meet with Paula before?
I only met her, actually, she came to set briefly, and I think she was very generous to just hand over her baby, and she didn't really, she wasn't too cloying about anything. She didn't want to get involved with the film. I think she felt that it was a sort of, it was something that she didn't understand, and so she just wanted to hand it over and let us do it.